Good morning, everyone. You're very welcome. We're going to wait just a few more seconds for everyone to join. You're very welcome from wherever you're joining us from around the world this morning. And we're going to have a very interesting day today with a series of breakout sessions. I think it's fair to say that yesterday gave us a very clear overview of the evolution of CMAM and sharing perspectives and insights on where we are now and what needs to be done. So we have a marvelous graphic sort of outlining the main themes that emerged from yesterday. I'm going to share that with you now. Bear with me while I share this with you now, and you'll be able to see, I hope you can see that there. A lovely graphic there, and I suppose just a few thoughts on that, on what you can see and what you can read yourselves when it comes to what emerged from yesterday. So coverage is nowhere near adequate. 80 to 90% of children who need treatment aren't getting it. And there were discussions about the CMAM promise, that 20 years ago CMAM held out a promise of access, scale and coverage, and that this needs to be delivered on. Also talk of the need to put the C back in CMAM, the medical, clinical and technical issues that still eclipse the engagement of communities and families who are affected. We heard about the need to simplify, that we complicate and distract and assume the more knowledge will deliver more outcomes. And then we heard about the need to reduce RUTF costs, to unlock the competition and promote local production and plant-based recipes, and gather evidence and engage to find innovative ways to do that and multi-year funding. But we also heard about the need for adaptations. Family MUAC and community health workers treating in the community have massive potential, and they're already scaling up. And other adaptations still need more operational evidence. This is what I suppose this conference is all about. We heard about the role of government in harmonising approaches and evidence, ownership and the allocation of resources, and monitor utilisation to ensure resources make it into the community level. We also heard about prevention and the need for major investment to stem the flow. And overall, what emerged was the need to be ambitious but practical. We need more funding, but also to focus on what is critical. And this idea of smarter targeting, to focus on countries, context with the highest burden of wasting children, because not all, of course, are the same. And I suppose to sum up, the ideal is the enemy of the good. Well, today is all about diving into the detail. I'm going to stop sharing this slide now. So hello to anyone who's just joined. Today, as I say, is all about diving into the detail. We're going to have a range of parallel breakout sessions for you all. And as I mentioned yesterday, your inputs are absolutely critical, because they're going to be brought together by expert working groups on Thursday, the final day, and they'll inform a technical paper on pathways to scale. So it would be great if you can bear that in mind. So there are 5 breakout sessions on adaptations for detection and treatment of wasting over the course of the day, 3 before the break and 2 after the break. And of course, you're free to choose any of these breakout sessions that you like. If you can choose one from each group, jumping between parallel sessions isn't recommended, but obviously if you want to do it, you can. And just to remind you again that these breakout sessions are all recorded. So if you miss one, you can immediately, once they finish, watch it back. And these sessions will be available to you for 30 days. So there's plenty of time to be able to look at the various sessions as well. So I'm going to give you a very brief recap about this virtual platform. I think we all got to grips with it yesterday. If you need any assistance at any point during the conference, just use the chat function. And there are people there who'll be able to help you immediately. Just be aware that you can contact us in English or in French, and we have French interpretation available for all the sessions, as well as interpretation into English for sessions that are led in French. And to connect, you just scroll underneath the speaker video, select your preferred language from the drop-down menu. And then you can, if you like, mute the original speaker's audio, but then you'll be able to hear in your preferred language when it becomes available. As I mentioned, all the main stage and breakout sessions will be recorded, and they're available to watch back immediately for 30 days. So all of the sessions from yesterday are up there now for you to have a look at if you'd like. and you can access recordings from yesterday through the agenda tab in the upper left-hand side of this page. Just have a look at the show past sessions button and select that. And there was a lot of interest. We got some questions yesterday about the PowerPoint presentations from the sessions from yesterday. And so we've made them available now, which I hope is helpful to all of you. And they're available in the conference documents section. So if you go to that, you'll be able to see the PowerPoint presentations from yesterday available to you. And if you have any issues, just go into the chat function and ask your question. And there are people there who'll be able to help direct you in the right way. And again, we have a packed agenda today. So timekeeping is absolutely critical. And I'd ask you to keep the detailed agenda close by to you. And as always, just stick to time, jump into those virtual rooms, those breakout sessions, and we can all stay track and move together through the day. So we're going to get started now. So if you click on the agenda tab on the top left-hand side of this page, and then scroll down to select the breakout session that you would like to participate in, it will begin in about 2 minutes time. So feel free to have a look at the sessions, jump into the session, and best of luck to all of you. Remember, we want to hear from you. We want your engagement as well. And I will hopefully see you later. Until then, have a great few hours in the sessions, and I hope you enjoy them. And just to remind you, any problems at all, put your question into the chat box.